What's up everyone, hope you're doing well. Today we're going to go over all the nerfs and buffs that happened in today's season 2 Warzone Black Ops 6 update. There was a lot of weapon changes in general today, but what we're going to do is give you a loadout for all the weapons that got a buff today. And with a weapon like the XM4 getting a pretty massive nerf today, we're going to give you some options that you could switch to instead of using something like the XM4. So if this style of content interests you, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that noti bell so you don't miss another video like this. Of course, we're still working on something like the PPSH right now, and we'll have a video to you very soon of all the best loadouts we're going to be trying to run with that. I'm actually pretty stoked that the PPSH is back. It's one of my favorite weapons of all time in Call of Duty Warzone. So let's go over these nerfs and buffs right now and get you guys the best loadouts you can start out with on season 2 of Call of Duty Warzone Black Ops 6. All right, so starting out with just general weapon stuff. All your reload speeds on your Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 6 weapons, it's all faster. So like they sped up a lot of things, which is actually pretty cool because when it comes to nerfs, they didn't nerf anything like the STG or anything like that. So keep that in mind too. The STG has been very solid for me this past week or two that I've been testing it out again. And so these ADS speed updates and ADS speed buffs that they gave to everything might make it even more viable now. So just keep that in mind. Also, bullet penetration, they adjusted that. We got the weapon swap speeds, sprint of fire, and aim down sight speeds on everything buffed. So that's actually pretty dope. Of course, we've got the new PPSH right now. We've got the Cypher 91 AR that's coming out, the Fang 82 LMG that we'll be testing too. Got the TR2, which is the FAL for the Modern Warfare series. If you guys like that one, love the FAL as well. So we'll have loadouts and stuff for all of that. It's going to be a lot of fun, but let's get into this right now. So AK-74 got a range buff, got an aim down sight speed buff, sprint to fire buff, and got a lower torso multiplier buff. So that's pretty solid. Let's give you guys the loadout for that real quick. So we've got the AK-74 right here. I'm still rocking the Kepler Microflex. I like the ported compensator muzzle, the reinforced barrel, vertical foregrip, and extended mag too. So let me show this to you in the firing range. Here's the base recoil. So it's gonna be up and to the right a little bit. Not bad, not completely uncontrollable. So we're gonna drag down and to the left. Pretty controllable recoil. I don't hate it at all. I love the AK-74. And after this update, it's just even better, which is a very solid thing to have. Next, we have this Ames 85. I've been using this the past week too, just in Warzone in general, and it's already felt pretty decent, but they gave it a little bit of a buff to the leg multiplier and a headshot multiplier buff. Not a ton, but it is going to be viable, I think, for sure, now that the XM4 got a nerf. So for that Ames 85 or the Krig 6, however you want to call it, got the Kepler Microflex, the muzzle brake here, the reinforced barrel, vertical foregrip, and the extended mag too. And this thing has just felt absolutely incredible. I'll show you the base recoil for it here. Been loving this. So up, kind of just straight up and a slightly to the left. Not bad, but man, it's super controllable, a lot easier to control than that AK-74. So I think this is going to be a very much a top tier option this season. Another meta contender, I think 100% is going to be the SOG, because we do have a Jackal buff and a PP919 buff. I think the SOG jumps up there top 3 in my opinion. I like the ported compensator here, reinforced barrel, vertical foregrip, extended mag too. Love these options. And then I've got the overpressured rounds on here as well. This thing fire rate is pretty quick. Recoil's not bad on it, very controllable, even not bad over at mid-range. And then of course it feels just like the MAC-10 almost for me, with a hint of the Grau iron sights. So pretty cool. I definitely think that's a contender this season for top options as an SMG. Then we got the AS Val, another option as a sniper support, which is going to be 100% an option too. Default magazine reload speed 5% faster, but they also buffed the reload speeds on everything. So this is 5% on top of that initial buff that they gave everything. So that should be interesting, especially if you want to run like a lower mag to get even faster movement speed on it. Pretty interesting for sure. So for this AS Val, we're going to run the Kepler Microflex. I like the reinforced suppressed barrel here, vertical foregrip, extended mag 2, and I like the recoil springs here for sure. Honestly, a very solid option as it is, and with that reload speed increase, it's just going to be a very solid option. I like the AS Val a lot. Next, we have this Goblin MK2. They buffed the damage on it at medium range, and then they buffed the range, the damage range on it, the medium and minimum. So that's going to be interesting to see, because I honestly thought it was pretty good as is. Bullet velocity, they buffed it too. They buffed the default magazine size. That's for ground loot mainly. And then the lower arm and hand multipliers, they also gave a buff too. So very interesting option here as well. Before this Goblin MK2, I'm running the Gunfighter wildcard here. We're rocking the Willis 3x scope. I like the compensator muzzle here. I like the long barrel for sure. Vertical foregrip, extended mag 2, commando grip, and the heavy stock, along with the rapid fire as well. This thing is just going to hit really, really hard. I think now that the update is here, you can spam trigger and you're in real good shape, man, for sure. Next up, the GPR did get a pretty solid nerf today. Nerf to the range, nerf to all ranges, aim down sight speed, sprint to fire, and leg multiplier nerfed as well. So it just that's kind of gonna stink now for sure. If you were using that over the XM4, I would say it's not unusable, but I wouldn't be using it over some of these other options in my opinion. Especially something like the Model L, which did get a buff, and that got a range buff to the maximum and minimum, along with the leg multiplier increase as well. So that's going to be a very solid option also. I'll give you guys a 5 attachment loadout for it. I do like the Model L quite a bit as is, strictly because of bullet velocity, but you're going to rock the Jason Armory 2x scope. I like the compensator or ported compensator muzzle, whichever you feel. Reinforced barrel for sure, vertical foregrip, and extended mag 2. Just a really, really solid option in my opinion. I love this Model L. Doesn't take much for the recoil either. Show you guys the base recoil pattern here. Just pretty much just straight up. So you're gonna just drag kind of straight down, just slightly. Doesn't take much, and yeah, it just kind of feels just really easy to control. Then, like I said, that XM4 got a pretty big nerf. Got a nerf to the maximum, medium, and minimum damage ranges. You got the leg multiplier, got a nerf. The 100 round mag got an ADS nerf, pretty big one. The buffer stock, like I said, got a nerf as well. It sucks, but the XM4 was fun while it lasted. I just don't think it's going to be top tier anymore at all. So we'll move on to the SMGs now. But the C9 got a buff. This is gonna be fun. Got a range buff on all ranges. Got an aim down sight speed, sprint to fire, bullet velocity, and leg multiplier buff as well. So very, very solid option indeed. I think it jumps to top 3. For the C9, I'm rocking the compensator muzzle here for sure. I like the vertical foregrip, the extended mag 1, the ergonomic grip, and the overpressured rounds here. This MP5 just feels incredible. I love this weapon so much, dude. I think the MP5 AMAX might be my favorite meta of all time when it comes to Warzone. That Kar 98 as well too, but OG Kar 98. But we still have the Kar 98 in the game, so I still get a little taste of that. But man, AMAX, to have the AMAX back and the MP5, that would be dope. Next, we have that Jackal PDW, which did get a maximum medium range 2 and minimum damage range nerf. No minimum damage range nerf, actually, just the other ranges. These have a lot of drop-offs, but these ranges right here, these top 3 ranges, they got a nerf. Upper torso, lower torso, and bullet velocity also got a nerf on this as well. So kind of sucks. Jackal's probably out of the picture, at least for now, for a little while. We'll see how it feels. I mean, we need to do some testing and stuff as well, but Compact 92 got an ADS and sprint to fire buff on top of the pre-buff that they already added. So for the Compact 92, I think this is a very solid option that a lot of people have been using as well. For the Compact 92, I'm rocking the supported compensator, long barrel here, vertical foregrip, extended mag 2, and the CQB grip, man. Just this thing feels incredible when it comes to the TTK. Just shoots just so quick, man. It's just so much fun to use. Then we have the KSV, which got a buff across the board. You got max, medium range 2, and minimum. You got these top 3 got a buff across the board. You got ADS, sprint to fire, and bullet velocity all got a buff to KSV. KSV is a ton of fun to run as well. For this KSV, I'm rocking the ported compensator. Probably don't recommend this blueprint. The iron sights are a little cheese, but reinforced barrel here, the vertical foregrip, extended mag 2, and I like the recoil springs for a little extra recoil control. Or you can add the overpressured rounds if you want. But yeah, the KSV is just insanely good as well. Just it's a very solid option, and with the buff, it's going to be even better. So And like I said, the PV919 got a nerf. The medium damage range 1 and range 2 got a nerf. Minimum damage range though, it's fine. The headshot multiplier did get a slight nerf. Leg multiplier decreased from 1 to 0.82. So this kind of will hurt it probably quite a bit. I think it stays top 5, but I don't think it's top 3 anymore. We'll see. I'm going to do some more testing this week, but we'll see about that. Like I said, and then the buffer stock that includes the XMG. That thing got a pretty solid nerf. The thing, it was broken, just absolutely broken. So if you've been using the XMG is good. So nothing nerfed about the actual weapon itself other than the stock attachment. So the XMG is still good. I think it's going to be still a very solid option, but that stock did get a nerf. And then you have one pistol that got a buff. I don't ever really use it. The 9mm PM got some range buffs to it. Not really messing with pistols right now unless I'm using the Renetti. None of those got a nerf. None of the Modern Warfare 3 pistols got a nerf. So you're looking at the Core 45, Renetti. If they add the Core 45 back in, you got the Renetti is still so good. I'll actually give you guys a loadout for that right now. For that Renetti, you want to use that slate reflector sight, sonic suppressor XS muzzle, 50 round drum, high grain rounds, and Jack Ferocity carbine kit. The thing's so good, dude. That's it for the nerfs and buffs for today's update. We will have our first top 10 official video on Friday, so make sure you guys are subscribed. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that noti bell so you don't miss another video like this or like one of these. We'll see you in the next one.